Most people can only dream of owning a house on Sydney Harbour. But what about the rarest of rare harbour homes? A houseboat with a long lease, perfectly positioned in Pearl Bay, not far from the Spit, Balmoral Beach and Manly.
Living in Pearl Bay is a lifestyle to dream about. It's literally like being in heaven. It's tranquil, it's warm, it's sunny, and it's a community lifestyle too. Totally safe, totally comfortable. It's very sheltered, so it is protected from any strong winds.
This style of accommodation is unique because you're actually living on Sydney Harbour. There are so many wonderful things you can do with a houseboat. The kids can get into the canoe and they can paddle on Sydney Harbour. You can fish from your back terrace if you wanted, or your back deck.
The lifestyle is very varied. There's the yacht club, the restaurants, there's the social interacting with dog walkers, there's regattas. There are many things, so it can be as active as you want, or you can close the door and sit in the tranquility and enjoy the seclusion too.
It's a unique opportunity to live on a fabulous piece of Sydney Harbour.
Guests and friends love it. I don't have a shortage of acceptance of invitations to come for lunch, lazy, leisurely lunch on the water. They get carried away with the slight movement of the houseboat. Quite often after lunch we'll go and have a sleep. There are a rich tradition of houseboats for residential purposes here in Sydney Harbour. They stem back to the depressions which started in the 1800s and the 1920s, and people used whatever they could to live on, and many ended up on the water. There are only 4 left in Sydney Harbour now that are legally allowed to be here. The earliest one here is 1907. Tandera has been here since 1923.
You have a subdivision basically of Sydney Harbour, and there are some plans in place which the current owner has considered, and they would give you a structure of around 320 square metres of living. Quite a spacious family home you can build there, and obviously your garden is the water, you know, just how unique and how beautiful.
The plans were drawn up for both the superstructure and the new pontoon. The new pontoon has been installed. It's an engineered, custom-made pontoon, which is of roughly 65 tonnes. In the plans that were put forward would house the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and the superstructure would house the kitchen, dining and living area, and the roof would be an outdoor entertaining area for barbecues, etc. Major work has already been done on the pontoon, but the plans for the superstructure and the refurbishment of the pontoon will need to be resubmitted.
The type of person that we see buying this boathouse can be from internationally, interstate. We're looking at millionaires, we're looking at the local Mosman area. Someone that is looking for something a little bit different, a little unique, and with water views out of every window. Some people who have actually bought houseboats here are John Singleton in Cairns.
What we're selling is not just the structure, which is obviously something that a new buyer will change and they'll rebuild to their needs, so they might have a nice 2-storey glass house sitting on the water. Really the value lies in the lease and the tenure. If you had to compare it locally with waterfronts, and we sell a lot of waterfronts locally, you know, there's north-facing waterfronts. My last couple of sales were 10 million, around that kind of figure. Really the best way to establish the value of this houseboat is to take it to auction, and it will be auctioned here on site at the Rowing Club. So interested parties, give me a call, get some details on the lease, and yeah, we look forward to a really exciting auction.